There we go, there we go. And, okay, can you hear me? I know. I was ready to be like, good morning, America, but no. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, great. Okay, morning. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Morning. So do we prefer thumbstvan or do we prefer fingerstvan? I'm a bit divided. I like the idea that there are two different personalities. That thumbstvan has all the kind of short complexes, I think. Thumbspan's got to be like the Napoleon. You prefer fingerstvan? Middle fingerstvan. What if you did wait? Middle fingerstvan. Fingerstvan sounds inappropriate. Yeah, but yeah, does it? Welcome to this chat. Good morning, says Kira, and then pours petrol all over Pleasure Island and just throws a match. I appreciated those of you who are attempting to make Kitten Beach jokes. Generate some in-jokes for Kitten Beach. Good morning, yes, full-time streamer. Eva Stronkf. Stronkf? Is that how it's pronounced? You were born in this chat. Alright, good morning everyone. Good morning. Good morning for humankind. Here to preserve the peace. Hi, good does crime. What are we eating this morning? Yes. Well, for those of you who don't know, Kitten Beach is a political kitten simulator for the discerning Middle European bruncher, and we have brunch together here. So, and it's a good way to start the week, you know, especially if you're working in politics or economics, or for the UN, as we've discovered. Quite a few people here work for various organisations and offices within the UN, so there's a lot of attention on Kitten Beach at the moment. But this morning I'm having a kind of fritter, a kind of egg vegetable fritter, and then for dessert I have for the early morning Canadians that are here, I have a kind of waffle with maple syrup. That's going to be very nice if we've got our people from overseas here. Yeah, what are you guys having? Peasant maxing. Honk of bread and honk of cheese and a piece of fruit. Alright, nothing but lurking. A can of black olives and a dream. You're making me feel terrible. I thought we were simulating some kind of like avant-garde cafe and everyone was having like cake and stuff. Sausage. Riley Code is a bit of a hot dog, Henry. Only eats sausage and black coffee.
Fuck me, you dog.
Thank you, Comfort. Thanks, Fordy. Yeah, it's good. Let's. I like this music, you know, to get us ready for the week ahead. Cookies and sadness. I thought first of all that was cookies and nettles. Good peasant food. Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. Everyone's just raw dogging coffee. and a cigarette. Isn't that the nihilist breakfast? I think there's actually a political breakfast meme. Someone maybe try and find that. Which is which breakfast is appropriate to your politics, but there are some really strange ones in there. I think my perfect breakfast was something between Catholic and liberal. Gluten-free profiteroles, that's the way. That's the way. All of this is gluten-free that I'm gorging on. 3 kilograms of caramel sauce in a cappuccino. Well, it's sugar. I mean, your body's going to turn into sugar eventually anyway, right? Brunch is definitely the most liberal meal, but it has to be a certain type of food that makes up the brunch, right? Sourdough toast. Ooh, the hipster breakfast. You're gonna put some avocado on that. You think you found the meme? Great. Okay, well maybe share a link to the meme if you can. People can see it. It's pretty funny. Doesn't the Catholic breakfast involve a lot of milk? Sugar and microplastics. That's why MCAT's so happy. The religious faction, you put them right by the milk farm. There's all those goats. Religious people love goats. The milking is still happening on the island. We've still got cheese and rum. Probably slurp some cup noodles when I get up. My heart goes out to you, Rumi. I think we got the mechanical milking machines in. That's why we spent quite a lot of money on that right at the end. Yeah, cheese and rum and yeah, cocktails basically, cocktails and cheese. It's the Kitten Beach breakfast. Hello, Sharks. This is my first time here. No way. Who's that? Sorry, they're in red. Roach. Roach? Roach Blair. Welcome. Please change your name from red, if possible. I can't read it properly. Alright, okay, so let's get started. Oh, actually, no. Actually, you know what? Give me a minute, everybody. I've forgotten a few of another scuff stream. I've forgotten a few of my basic setups here. So give me a couple of just a couple of minutes. Okay, sorry, yeah, I just need to set up my other window where I look at the chat from. Ready? No. Oh yeah, Nella's here as well. Hey Nella, yeah, keep Not Kira under control. or to the greatest extent that that's possible. Chinchilladas! Alright, perfect. So, let's get started. So, before the thoughts work up the morning momentum, I like to get a bit of a mini presentation on Forum Theatre or Theatre of the Oppressed by Augusto Boal before they can completely derail everything. So we keep it at least a little bit political at the beginning. As I said, this is a political kitten simulator. We had 4 cats that were representing different factions on the island in the last game: communists, capitalists, militarists and religious. And they have distinct districts. As you can see over here, we have a kind of military zone producing weapons and iron and coal, and that merges with this kind of capitalist district, who were very powerful. They're still very powerful. The capitalists are still the most powerful faction. They're not, and there's 130 die-hard capitalists on this island. Let's bear that in mind. That's English-speaking cats realm there, and then we have a kind of goat milking factory and sugar plantation behind a kind of religious community. These people live the best lives probably on the island right now. I'd imagine their happiness is very high. I think we took show home off and turned the maintenance back down to save money, but if we ever want to, we can make this place look like the perfect model home. And then we have Stonehenge, which separates MCAT's community from Better Kitten's communist world, which was here originally. It had a kind of pirate base, and now it's got like a pirate radio and some flop houses and the bus stations and some factories, including canning fish that we started for the cats. And over here we have this kind of, what was a kind of harebrained scheme from last time that kind of worked, which is Pleasure Island area. And this is connected by a kind of party bus, and the die-hard capitalists and the bankers come down here and party en masse. And this is probably where a lot of the future of the game today is going to be, mainly around this island, I think, and maybe this area. But that's up to you guys. But I think that might be happening because we already kind of dumped a lot of money into this. And then finally up here, there's an extension. It was originally an extension of Terror Kitten's world, which is kind of Nickel Town, which brings the nickel to the weapons factory, and that's about it. We need to keep money in the bank, so the bankers are happy. If we go below that 50,000, they're going to get troubled. We're going to win the next election easily, so everyone can relax, right? Enjoy your breakfast, enjoy your black coffee on an empty stomach. So I wanted to talk a little bit about. That's a kind of overview. Oh, there's a guerrilla radio. Did we build that? No, we didn't build the guerrilla radio, but there was some talk about building another communist radio over here to slowly turn these guys communist. And I think the idea is to surround English-speaking cat communists, but I don't know. And that's going to happen today. And I think we kind of rushed the last game a little bit, so we're probably going to take 2 during the Cold War. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Theatre of the Oppressed again. So one of the most difficult techniques that I mentioned is called Rainbow of Desire, and this is basically a form of psychodrama where people, anyone interested basically, acts out their problems, or they imagine the challenges they're facing in their life as a series of scenes that are designed by the group. So it's kind of group therapy idea. And then you stage these problems that they're having, or things that are oppressing them, and you kind of interact with them. And so in that sense it's similar to forum theatre, But in forum theatre, you're working on something social or political, normally some kind of issue like that. But in this kind of psychodrama, you're just working on one person's mind, so they're actually kind of staging their mind. That's why it's actually a pretty dangerous form of therapy, I think. I mean, I don't have experience in the psychiatric profession doing this, or psychological profession, only from, you know, experiments with groups and stuff. But he did it in asylums, again, because these people were, during the time that he was operating, very disenfranchised members of society. And so I think the anecdote, if I remember rightly, is it's something like, and it's maybe a little bit cliche, but effectively, when the doctors and nurses were working with the patients regarding staging the kind of the scenes of their mental illness or the issues they have with the world as a result of that, strangers to the group basically couldn't, after a while, strangers to the group couldn't tell the difference between a doctor and a patient, because they were all working on it, right? So the doctors were doing it as well. So that's quite interesting. And again, there's this huge power difference in the medical world of doctors and patients, right? It's a source of drama, right, all across the world. But the way I wanted to kind of bring that back into, so that's out there. That's a form of therapy. I don't know if any of you have engaged in drama therapy or work in that area. This is not something I recommend for like a team building exercise, right? You don't want to do it there. But forum theatre works really well. So if you're in kind of management or training or something, just look up a Theatre of the Oppressed workshop and you can look through it, and it's quite good fun. It basically about half an hour of like improv games. You kind of learn to improvise, and then you stage out a few things, and it can resolve issues, and it's and educate people. But this Rainbow of Desire is more dangerous, obviously, because you're working with somebody, an individual's psychology. But the way I wanted to bring that back into today and just kind of set the scene for today is like, this is during the Cold War, and we don't have that kind of political problem that we did with having the Nazis in the game last time, and I made a bit of a statement on that in case it was needed. But now I'm more open-minded because, as I explained last time, you know, the Allies were engaged in as many dark practices as the Axis in many ways. Stalin was raised up, but you can't forget the crimes of the British Empire or the American kind of proto-empire as it was then, unacknowledged empire maybe, and also the social division in the US at that period. And also the Japanese, of course, their empire. They committed all sorts of horrific war crimes in their expansion. But now we're in the Cold War. It's slightly different for me, anyway. I don't know how you guys feel about this. We're going to maybe talk about this now. I'll check in a little bit. But you know, these are both kind of baddies in many ways. And when you look at the history for that kind of period, there was a lot of oppression, brutality going on in those Soviet states and Warsaw Pact countries. All sorts of horrors were going down in communist regimes around the world. Not going to deny that. But you know, America was engaged in all sorts of horrific practices in South America and in Africa, and of course they have Vietnam. So it's more complicated to me in terms of who you side with, if you side with anyone. I don't believe you have to side with anyone in this period. Oh yeah, and then the other thing, just about the politics of it, the politics of theatre, if you like, and psychiatry, is that during this period people weren't just arrested and jailed for their thoughts if they were in a different block, if their thoughts did not align with what they were hounded from jobs and all sorts of things. This is McCarthyism, but also that it's the equivalent of that in the Soviet states. And but one of the practices that I guess most alarms me is institutionalization, where you're declaring somebody insane for not agreeing with your position, and you're hospitalizing them, institutionalizing them for having a different way of thinking. And that, I find that very, very troubling. And then the other thing I wanted to flag up that I discovered when I was learning about this part of the world, as I said, I lived a lot of my childhood in a very neo-medievalist view of this part of history. But I also learned when I was here about the Soviet practice of like ethnic cleansing in the Siberian peoples, you know, and I think maybe in this period they'd moved past some of their more brutal tactics into institutionalizing people. But I remember they were, correct me if I'm wrong as well, somebody knows more about this, they were like pushing shamans out of planes, out the back of planes, to break the tradition. So they would take the people with the knowledge and just like boot them out the back of planes, which is yes, you know about this, Sam? Oh no, you're talking to somebody else. Okay, all right. Sorry, I haven't. I just thought I'd blast that through before we get into talks about rubber supplies and strip clubs. But the gulag, yeah. But in the I don't know what it's called. What's it called? Like the Chukchi people, right? The kind of native peoples of Siberia. When the Soviets and the Russians as well, the Tsar before that, when they were moving through, they were like kind of ethnically cleansing and trying to break the traditions in different ways. But fact check me on that. I might have like kind of blended things there. Institutionalization is better than straight execution, I guess. Well, I don't know though. You know, I did work in these places, as I told you before, and then I also did that play with the artist about deinstitutionalizing, you know, asylums as they were at that point. And it's great suffering in there. There's great suffering in your mind, you know, in the mind. So I don't know. I feel something of that. There's part of that is kind of like it's extended torture, you know. Yeah, and we're talking about this time period, you know. Like again, when I look at something like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or something like that, you know, or Lovecraft, you know, that hospital horror I think is pretty scary. The Chukchi. Is that not what is? That's not how to pronounce it. I don't know. I learned this 20 years ago. Please forgive me if it's changed. But yeah, and see all your history be destroyed. Yeah, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it became slurish, but it's still their name. Okay, I don't know. That's I read about that in a pretty scholarly book, so that's what it was called. They also drugged them daily. Yeah, it's there, exactly. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. It's, okay, stop messing with me. Yeah, like, so to be, and again, you focus history on certain things, like certain types of brutality and show trials and stuff, and McCarthyism, but there was all sorts of other things going on that sometimes people aren't even aware of. The reason I mention that is because during this period you can do it, right? Because it's a simulator. There, you can build an asylum, right? Treats persons you institutionalize, they lose their political views. And this is through drugs, through lobotomies, you know, like, honestly, like, personally, but that makes me kind of sick, but like I appreciate we're simulating this. And is there anything else? We can update that to Cathedral. That's a hospital. I don't really need to explain that. And there are citizen actions when you have these places. Like, we can pick some random Angelique Lambert, right? And then if you look over to the right here, you can bribe her with 3,000, which obviously increases her, you know, perception of your regime. You can kill her. You can arrange an accident. You can arrest her. You can institutionalize her. Or you can send her to space. I didn't even know about that. All right, that's very extreme. I guess we need a shuttle program for that. But yeah, and that I think is a sensitive part of this era, and it's worth flagging up. And I think we'll take our time with it. Like, we need to like sort the economy out. Probably need to build that up a bit. And I'm just going to check in with chat now. So that's the end of my morning thing. Oh, there's two new factions, right? Which are going to need cats. So you see, we've got the environmentalists now and the industrialists. So the industrialist obviously is PetroCat. And they are also pretty chonky in terms of power, it looks like. And the environmentalist, which I was going to suggest goes to Bin Cat. Suzerain, okay. I don't know. I think Sleepy Joe's got to be the Conservatives, because they come in the final round. And then the other ones are the intellectuals, and I think that's got to be Michael Cat. So there's Sleepy Tim. But I think it's kind of more appropriate to Bin Cat. Or Ghost Cat. Oh yeah, Ghost Cat. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Ghost Cat's not a bad idea either. Ghost Cat like clean living. But Bin Cat's good at recycling. Bin Cat's kind of cuter. Why is there a cat named Sleepy Joe? There's a cat named Sleepy Tim as well. Yeah, let's face it. I mean, like, I know that. I don't know. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but America is a pretty right-wing place. The United States of America is a pretty right-wing country, and the Democrats are right-wing, like compared to a lot of European parties. I don't know about right-wing of the UK Conservatives now, but back in the day they used to be. Just in case anybody thinks that they're actually a genuine kind of left-wing party, I don't think that's the case. Correct me if I'm wrong. The dancing will come. PetroCats just love petrol and money. No Democrats are leftist, yeah. Okay, alright, yeah. Yes, exactly, and this brings back to like Oppenheimer, right? Oppenheimer looks at that part of like McCarthyism and period in America, and you know, obviously Trump's kind of like stoked that back up again in all sorts of ways for political power. But sometimes there's a kind of fantasy projected that there is kind of left-wing, there's like a left-wing party in America, and that's not the case. Alright, so we need to sort out a few things in this world because we spent a bunch of money getting through, and we probably need to change some accommodation in places, and we just need to make sure everything's working properly. So lots of milk in the creamery, like lots of milk. So much milk that it may even be worth getting another creamery. So that's something to consider. We can move this around in Better Kittens World and put another creamery in there. That will make money, I think. Is everyone working? Yeah, that's good. So the cannery's going. We can get pineapples in there. We don't have a pineapple farm. Maybe in this world we can get in pineapples. Actually, you wanted to build a pirate radio down there with a pineapple farm next to it. That kind of makes sense because they can eat. The pirates can eat from the, or the pirates can eat from that farm. So that could work, and then we can get some pineapples in to the cannery. Yeah, we can get 2 in there. That robber at the moment is sending stuff to the balloon factory. Let's do that again, hang on.
Let me be.
Oh no, why did it do that? Okay, alright, Wicked. I've just got your update there. I'm assuming that chat's gone to madness for a little bit. So then the other thing, we can just tick over for a little bit, actually, I think. Let's just tick over. We need to get some more money for English-speaking cat. But this is probably the next bit, because we can do tourism now. So we can do motels, cabana villages, cabins. We need a tourist board. We've got money for all of this. Balloon tours, I guess. We've got balloons. Scenic outlets, hotels, tour offices, all that stuff. So it seems to make sense to me to like put a tour, at least one. We can go crazy with tourism if you want, and just move people out of other industries. For instance, this one. So let's get rid of 4 of those people. Bye, Kay. Well, it seems like the lateral extension of a pleasure island, doesn't it? Like, we can just fill this with tourists. But, of course, tourism causes lots of pollution. But I think it's probably worth doing. And maybe it's worth even moving.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you, Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you,
Great.
Presidente. The workers.
Okay, we can do this for the communists, that's fine. We'll build a tenement for them.
Presidente. Yeah.
Fulfill export trade route with Western powers for masks. We don't have plastic, so no. Alright. We've only got one embassy at the moment, so who do you want to invite to the embassy? Do you want to invite the Eastern Bloc or the Western Bloc to the embassy? That's my first request. We can do that with instant democracy, I think. So, 2 of them. If we invite the Eastern Bloc, I just don't want to get invaded by the West particularly. I think it just ends the game. Eastern. Alright, I'll look at the chat now. Give me a quick blast of democracy. Do you want to invite the Eastern Bloc or the Western Bloc? Okay, it's 2 split. Let's take it to a formal vote. Formal vote, please. Formal vote, Nella or Ben, if you're there, can you set up a... Oh wait, no, it's going Eastern. It's going Eastern. See you. Good luck, hope it goes well. Eastern. This whole week's going Eastern because I'm doing Stalker as well. Oh, poll is up. Alright, let's just wait for the poll then. I'm gonna have a little bit of this A little bit of this wafflem. I'm doing Stalker on Wednesday and it's fucking crazy. That game is mad. And it's like looking good. It's looking good on this, I have to say. Like I'm impressed. But I don't think you're gonna get much out of me in chat. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna be like, ah! I can do the first bit. I've practiced doing the first bit, so hopefully I can pull that off. But it's quite strange. I've got a few comments on it, but I'm genuinely impressed. It's looking good. It's looking good. Like again, I'm gonna say this probably every chat, but they gave me a free copy, Stalker 2, at the party. They gave us all a copy, and no, I just had to, Mary, for this one. It's honest. It's crazy. Look, I'm being very honest about when I'm practicing. I told you what I did with Hot Dog Henry and when I stopped, and I don't go back to that. But it's just otherwise, if somebody doesn't practice, if a streamer doesn't practice a little bit, it's like rehearsing, right? If you don't rehearse at all, you're just gonna watch very clumsy play. Yeah, I did see the Diggler's DIY project. Yeah. Look, only to the point where I know what the keys do. I'm not like playing the game and then playing again, just so I know what the keys do. Otherwise, you just go eh. You lose it. You just freak out, don't you? You want me to record the rehearsals? The rehearsals for Stalker is just repeatedly getting killed. Come on, I mean, look, what is the alternative? Let's face it, what's the alternative? It's very cringy play. Look, on Henry, you saw me do the practice. And I think with that game, you pretty much have to practice every time you boot it up just to get back in that mode. But once you're in that, I think the combat in Kingdom Come 1 at least is great, actually. I don't understand why there's any criticism of the combat. I think the combat's great. Well, it is kind of rehearsal. Yeah, you are getting a lot of struggle. You're getting a lot of struggle. You're just not getting the basic struggle. You are getting the stuff where I'm wandering off into the forest randomly. No, I'm not going to practice Stalker anymore. I just had a few goes at it just so I know what the keys do. Struggle more. Alright, okay. Did we get the results of the vote then? Eastern Bloc by 70%, okay. Alright. It's the US versus USSR. Alright, you want to praise them? Do you want to praise the USSR? I can't pretend to be infallibly cool forever. I have made a lot of mistakes on this stream. Don't give me that. I'm having a waffle with maple syrup. Praise the communists. Alright, we're up to 69 with them. Send them a delegation.
Comrade, read these encoded instructions, then burn the communique and eat the ashes.
Alright. Security checkpoint near the Eastern Bloc embassy. I don't see... that can't be a problem. It's just a security checkpoint. Makes sense.
The package has been franked. If you understand, say and do nothing whatsoever.
Alright, I'm tempted to take the money. because I'm very worried about our economy, actually. Kiss her. No, it's no, it's real. Yeah, it's very good. Hey, very thank you. Take the money. Yeah, let's take the money. Or do you want to take the money in the Swiss bank account? Anytime there is anything remotely resembling a woman, even in Morrowind, the chat go crazy. Swiss bank. Alright. Thanks, 40. You gave me the confidence I needed. We have $8,000 in the Swiss bank. Right, let's slow this down a little bit. Let's go and talk to the
Do any of these
stockbroker.
offers look good to you? They're all strictly legitimate.
Right, this is what we can spend our money on. And we can accumulate more money by doing deals with him. He wants to accept any import trade route with any non-superpower trade partner. I think we can do that. So we've got quite a lot of trade routes now. Let's look at this. So we need to do an import with a non... What's cheap? Canned goods, we make that. Gold. Gold was one of the options we can look at later on. That's going to cost a lot of money though. Milk. Oil's cheap. Let's buy oil from Venezuela. That sounds right, yeah. And then, right, so I think we need to patch up the differences with America a little bit so we don't get annihilated. But we can send the cheese to the USSR. You want to send them 12,000 cheeses or like 42,000 cheeses? Love a bit of goat's cheese. I can't send rum to the US. True comedy, even Cade trades with Venezuela. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the tourism in a minute. So many cheese, 4,200. All right. Okay, Mary G wants to send them all the cheeses. Okay, so the Russians are getting all the cheese. Okay, we've got one more trade route. We can send the rum to the Russians as well. Yeah? That's gonna, after that, they're gonna love us. We can probably have an alliance. Alright, they're getting all the rum then. That's a lot of money on completion. Yeah, let's do it. I'm confident. All right.
Another day, another deal completed.
Magic. That's great. So that's sorted. Have we got sugar? Yeah, we've got sugar. We've got people in there. The milk's coming. The canned food's coming. That's all good. The communists want us to build a tenement. All right, I was thinking here. Or maybe even move this. Or how about this, actually? We'll whack the tenement here. And that's for the people who work in the mines. So the view out the back is the mines to inspire them. Then there's a few other things that we can do. Sorry, there's a lot. It like adds new kind of tasks every time. So we've both got the pirates, and the commandos. Yeah, pirate radio's on there. Keep flagging that up. Pleasure Island, we're coming back to. I'm just sorting out the basics. So I suggest we keep getting a bit of sugar from the pirates. We can also steal uranium. With the commandos, we can do this. So I think the Maui heads. So we can steal the Taj Mahal, the Eiffel Tower, the Maui heads. Are they like the Yowie heads then? No, that's spelled differently, isn't it? Maui, right? That's the Maui or Maui? Maui. Don't know how to pronounce that. Hikone? I don't know how to pronounce this. There's all these Japanese people here as well. We can steal the Taj Mahal. The Yowie heads. Yeah, the Yowie heads is probably gonna have to happen. I'm sorry. Like, again, I don't want to offend any Polynesians. Yowie. But there's also the Christo. No! Wait, no. Cancel. There we go. Alright. You want to do the... Yeah, the Yowie heads. Alright, fine. Right, they're off looking for that. Now, if we sabotage the Western powers, they will stop. It stops them invading us. So that's worth thinking about. Guerrilla patrols, I don't know if we need that. Everyone kind of loves us. And we can also intimidate all the other islands. Send our boats going around, like, freaking them out. And that lowers their happiness. This is quite dark, but that lowers their happiness. So our people feel relatively happier because our army is making our neighbours feel unhappy. If you get the logic of that. Alright, so let's let this tick over because we haven't any money. Let's let the economy stabilise a bit. There's 26 people unemployed though, that's bad.
Now that the war is over, Presidente, we finally...
Okay, here you go then. This is the choice of the game, right? This is how we complete the phase. So this has to be turned over to people. We can either complete the game by borrowing a major international landmark, which means when we succeed with the Yowie heads, we will have completed this, which will propel us into the future very quick. Or we can build a nuclear bomb. Or we can establish a tropical paradise for tourists. That's it. We have to do one of those things. So, can we get a vote on that? Can we get a three-way vote on that? There are more unemployed people in Evil Gang. Yeah, we're just borrowing it, like the British did with the Elgin marbles. Hey, it's a Cheshire. It's a Cheshire cat. Well, you could go this way, or you could go that way, but I prefer the short cut. Get the bomb. No, we'll do a proper poll on this because this is a major choice. But if you want to do Yowie heads, that's the first one. But that means that once that mission is complete, we will finish this. So we can cancel the mission and have them do something else for a while. But we can complete it with the Yowie. I'm happy for that. So, Yowie, nukes, or paradise. Well, I wouldn't mind being unemployed here on the beach. Atom bomb baby, yeah. Oh, maybe that's how we tie this into the Fallout New Vegas Bohemian Omniverse. Everyone's voting nukes. Alright. Terror Kitten. Thank you. That's a role I'm very happy to play. Or the caterpillar. I played the caterpillar. Nuke 1. Fuck. Alright. Hope we got some uranium, gang.
A powerful gesture for a powerful leader. This
Barbenheimer.
is simply a spark of
Barbenheimer
genius.
time.
It is atomic.
Oh, I can do that. It was when I played Lewis Carroll. Picture you see of me as the Mad Hatter. I'm playing Lewis Carroll. It's different. I do different characters, but I don't think I have any lines from Cheshire Cat. And Jim's the March Hare. I don't know if there were Mome Rats. The Mome Rats are probably my favourite thing. Yeah, if you missed it, this is a waffle with maple syrup. Very nice. Mad Hatlier, yeah. Yeah, it is yum. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is actually extremely tasty. I'm very happy with it. All right, nuclear bombs and a fritter. Fritter. Okay, so we have to wait for some money. Low rebel threat. All right, there's a low rebel threat.
Kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Okay. Okay, I'm worried that the economy's How to rescue the economy? I think we need an immediate Pleasure Island thing or oil. I can get some oil in there if you want, but this is quite risky. Like, we need to. Bye, Sand. Bye. See ya. Good luck. Tropico 5 was shit. Yeah, I'll second that. But someone's built a shack on that oil deposit. And that's built to the front, so I could demolish that road and I could put a couple of oil pumps in there. That might not be bad to get the cash in. We need the oil for Pleasure Island. Yeah, okay, I'm convinced. Okay, but we really need to let the economy stabilise. We've got some. We're giving too much money to some people for
Presidente,
sure.
I know you always keep your promises.
Because the banks are
But
going to start
citizens
hurting
today
us.
can be very exacting about what counts as a fulfilled promise.
Right, they need. No. This is a dead sector. This beast and blood thing's not working anymore. No one's interested. You're fired. You're fired. Sorry. No one's interested. Fired. Fired. We can re-employ these people later when we get the tourists in, but right now they're a massive drag on the economy. So let's get rid of them. They're still on Dead Man's Chest raids. The buses, we are massively sorry. English speaking cat is just doing some emergency cuts here because we got Decadent winning the last election. No. No. Alright, next thing is we're going to blow up buildings that are not.
It is a great day for our comrades.
Gonna take the money. Sorry, gonna take the money. Oh, healthcare needs to improve in 2,000 days. We promised healthcare. You guys made me promise healthcare. Do you know how expensive healthcare is? You promised healthcare in this economy? Sorry, that was a little bit of a shock doctrine. If you know what the shock doctrine is, I created the economy I'm complaining about by firing everyone. Get the kids in the mines. Alright, I think we can increase the size of the mines. That's doable. I promised healthcare. It was me. You didn't force me to promise healthcare. Oh dear. Hoisted by my own petard. I think we only have one clinic, actually. We don't have a university. There are problems. There are problems in this society. Yeah, the shock doctrine. This is the left-wing criticism I grew up with. Naomi Klein, no? Healthcare for the children in the mines so they can breed more children for the mines. That's like that's a Radzig kind of public policy, isn't it? Jean-Luc Petard. We don't want... If we don't have elections, well, we just won an election, so it'll be alright. It'll be alright. We've got a bit of time. Back in the boomer days, yeah. Turn of the millennium. Everyone on the left was quite critical of corporations. Well, we can extend the mines, but should we take the money so we can extend the mines? Because we fired all these people. We can actually put them in the mines. Yeah. Okay, we take the money, we extend the mines, everybody goes in the mine. Right, Colprop, no, that's just 2 extra people in the mine. We got 32 unemployed people. That's not too bad. That's not full on shock doctrine, let's face it. That's okay. Right, and then maybe... No. Fired. Get rid of the military. Oh, pineapple farms, pineapples, yeah? Pineapple farms and a radio. Spending money we don't have, spending money we don't have, gang. Alright, we're paying them more to produce more milk. I don't think we should cut their wages. We've got loads of sugar as well. We've got a problem with the... We've got a problem with the economy. Oh, we were importing oil. We were importing oil. Okay, that's finished. That cost us 12,000. Okay, that's finished. Alright. We were importing oil that cost us 12,000 to get 1,000 in our Swiss bank account. I look at the chat, it's we need more milk. Spend even more and ask for a loan. Ooh, good idea. Is that debt V? Nice one, debt V. Yeah, okay, we're going to take some money. Thank you. Solve the financial crisis.
Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is tyranny.
Everyone give Debbie a clap. We asked for a loan.
Mexico is the future. Stay tuned to Canal Uno.
It's been a while. We can do even a state loan if you want. Oh, you can. Cult Anonymous is what is it? Q. That's the Q thing. Q not. I don't even know what QAnon. There you go. Gig economy. Yeah. Don't we know about that? Do we want a gig economy in Tropico? We could take out a loan to pay off the loan. This is state loans, but basically this is printing money. So we can print money and we get 50,000, but we need to repay 80,000. So healthcare. Okay, we can give him. Here we go. All right. So they give the doctors modern diagnostics and anaesthetization. So that improves that. But there's still only one clinic on the island, 450 people. It's not enough. So we need to reorganize this. How about this? Excuse me. I'm taking loads of maple syrup
and all
today.
listening spies. I assure you all that no
And I'm just drinking
sensitive
tea, but it's not
information
branded.
will
Well,
be transmitted
Ahmad.
during this conversation.
Everyone wants masks. No, we don't have any masks. Okay, we're back to having no money again. I'm gonna keep firing people. We don't need them. What are they doing? What are you doing? No. Teachers? That's a bit decadent, I think. Teachers in this economy? Ugh. I think maybe we should send them a delegation and see what they want us to do. We're becoming vassals of the Soviets.
Greetings, President.
Build a hotel near the Eastern Bloc embassy. All right, well we can do that. It's not a great place to have a hotel, but we can do it and move it to Pleasure Island. We need to make money though. Why are we making money? $37 unemployed. Trouble's coming. Go what? Go the Kolhos in industrial sector. Have to start selling made pictures. That's the only way to get money. Sell out to the thoughts. Sell more cheese. Okay, still better than the Evil Gang's 50 unemployed. Oh wait. The commandos are getting the owie. Their elite squad is deep in enemy territory, but Compass has just arrived in the morning mail. They're lost, and we have to wait 360 days. You know what? You know who can help the economy, though? That is the pirates. They can help the economy. Alright, let's get money. Just go free looting. The secret ingredient is crime.
Presidente. But
What do they want?
Prez.
Export
Who
boats.
doesn't love exports? Goods leaving port, money coming back.
Does he have a point? Look, how about this? If we bring in the tourists, we can revitalise the people that we fired from Pleasure Island, right? Stealing is healing. Sell lobotomized people to the Western Bloc. Oh, that's awful. You said you were having problems with RimWorld. You're making this into RimWorld. Start selling Evil Gang members. Let's train for the boss one. Okay, you're not giving me. Oh, look, can we not just do tourism? Why do we have to sell people? We can do a rim world for Kitten Beach, yeah, but let's leave that till later. Sell me. No, tipping is good, Mary. Don't let them put you off. This is a cafe after all. Although I am eating at work. Yeah, again, we need to know the value of each individual evil gang member. I think any human being, if you reduce them to pure resources, like if you powder a human being, I think they're worth, someone can check me on this, is it £50? Is it £8? Three apples.
Fuck at me, you dog!
Oh, thank you, America. Thank you, Barbarian Hamster. The Americans get it. £8, yeah? Am I right? It's to do, isn't it to do with the phosphorus and the copper and stuff? Don't you have like trace minerals in you that are like worth a bit?
Fuck at me, you dog!
I don't think you have uranium. You can be traded for a cup of milk. A cup of milk at the goat ranch. Ooh, you're in the blood type. Oh yeah, okay, great. Alright, that's good information. Although you might not want to be publishing that in chat. Yeah, but I've only got isotopes of basic minerals. It's not. I don't think I've got uranium in me. Or I'd be dead. Or sick. Yeah, no, I'm not radioactive enough to. You can't sell me as like uranium or plutonium powder. It's not like that. I explained this, I think. It's potassium. I retain more potassium isotopes and I retain more potassium, and because of that, because potassium is. Some potassium atoms are radioactive, I'm slightly more radioactive. At least that's what I tell myself so I can sleep at night. I'm a little bit radioactive. A little bit. I'm a little bit more radioactive than normal folk. Yeah, but they're talking about they're talking about if you were to extract all the blood. I think this is where the chat is going. Everyone's trying to value themselves, Finn. I just went straight to powder. Like, if you powder me, how much am I worth? And I think I'm worth a bit because of the copper, no? Phosphorus, something like that. Really? Okay. But that, you know, in a modern nuclear power plant, that's pretty safe, I would think. They have the badges and everything, right? It's like working in the hospital. I worked in radiology for a while. Isn't copper cheap? No, price of copper went up. Anyway, all right, look, we're just bantering now. He's saying boats. I'm saying, no. No. Yes. But I think they're making a point about the hotels. I think it's time. I think it's time. Can we just have a yay or a nay on tourism? If you say no, then I won't turn that into Pleasure Island for tourists. Yeah, this island, exactly. Well, the Yowie, look, if the Yowie are going to go here, right? So the people land. First thing they see is the Yowie, which is going to be incredibly impressive. And then they're going to go up this beach. So we're going to have really nice, slick beach resorts up there. If you want a few cabins, like you know, those kind of like beach cabins, we can do that along here. Maybe whack a hotel there. Okay, we're gonna do it. This is gonna be a bit scary though, because this is gonna be expensive. And we need money. So we're gonna build this hotel here to please the Russians, and then we're gonna move it. Tourism 1. Yeah, okay, great. Sorry, I just did my dick tag there. Nah, no, we're tanking. Oh no, we're gonna have to print money. Fuck. Oh, this is really bad. We gotta fire the bankers. I really don't want to fire the die-hard capitalists from their bank. But we're getting to the point where it might be them or us. Because we spent all the money that they were using to make money, so now they can't make any money. So they're a liability.
I had the nightmare again.
Okay, they wanted the Terrican wants a nuclear program. Fine. Chat agrees. Okay, there's some money. There's coconuts. Where are we getting coconuts from? Oh, we're stealing coconuts. Yeah, it's not really stabilised the economy though, has it? Oh, dude, we fire bankers. Oh no, oh no. What do you want to do? Look, no, I need a vote on that. Do you want to fire some of English-speaking Cat's bankers? That's going to have serious political consequences, but they are now a drain. I don't know what else to cut. The balloon guys are doing their best. Alright, we need to destroy, we're going to destroy buildings that aren't functioning. That's the next thing. Boom. God, this hurts. Boom. Oh god, that's so much money wasted. On a positive note, we could put a clinic in there. Ugh. Okay, look, it's reaching that time. I need to know whether we fire the bankers or not. Can we just replace everyone with AI? They can't. Not on this chat. I'm not going to execute the bankers because we can't because of the constitution you chose. If you want to murder the bankers, then we have to change to separation of powers. No separation. Breed the bankers and milk them. Remember, the bank is here. The International World Bank is actually here watching. So just remember, the bankers are watching. Fuck the Constitution, kill them. Yeah, I know. What do we do then? We don't have any money. They were the source of the money. That was the original decision, was to put everything in English-speaking cat. He had all the money in the banks. We spent it. Oil we've got. It's done. They're pumping. They're pumping their best. We've got 37 unemployed people. We can build 2 pineapple plantations. This is a problem. This is all a problem. How did we get here? It's banker. If you've got to fire the bankers, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to the international bank. We've got to fire. Maybe even blow up a bank. All right. Well, how about we just do a fight club to one bank? All right. Sorry. Okay, I'll ease it a little bit. Oh God! Look at that! Look how we are. Happiness. Okay, tourists. Why aren't they building that? Okay, let's fire some construction workers. We just did a fight club to one of the banks. If we have to do it to the next one.
This channel immediately.
All right, we got to take the money, guys. We got to take the money.
We have 20 seconds from now.
We're taking the money. We've got to get to 2 million in the Swiss bank account. We are nowhere near that. Yeah, we'll kiss her. We'll kiss her. But we're going to take the money.
Sir, yes, sir. The operation is back on target.
Great. Okay, so they're still stealing the Yowie. Look, if you're going to change the name to the Yowie heads, then we need to change this. I don't know what's the Tropico name for Stonehenge? Something henge. People still like us though. We're firing everybody, and people still like us. That's how well you did. But we have tanked the economy. Can we ask for more money? No. Okay. A little bit of trade left. The Americans will take the canned goods, but for half the value. No. Look, pineapple might be the way. I think pineapple's the way. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it, right? We'll make masses of pineapples. Okay? We'll pineapple our way out of this. Bonehenge. Bonehenge and the Yowie heads. You've been screaming pineapples into the void. Yeah, alright, fine. Well, you were right all along. We give them 31,000 pineapples and they're going to give us a 37,000 bonus on delivery. I say yes. Or that, or even more insane. Alright, do you want to go for the mega bonus or the medium bonus? Because that may have potential ramifications. A Pinopoly. Big boner. Alright. Okay, that's it. We are selling everything to the Russians. Or the Eastern Bloc. I don't know whether that includes... Well, it depends what year it is, isn't it? 1951. Alright. 28 people unemployed. They're probably leaving the island. So let's get this pineapple thing in. And we're going to have to sort this area out and give it a cat to lead it as well. Because we haven't introduced the 2 of the cats yet. So... I'm worried, sorry, yeah, give me a second. Alright, so... There's only 4 people living there, so let's move this up rather than building another building. And then they can at least wander to the... There you go. I'm trying to get them to that... Connect to this bus stop here so they can get some kind of entertainment. There's a church there though, come on, what do you want? Okay, we fired 2 builders, so that's going to take a little bit longer. 24.
Presidente, the workers have a request.
Okay, the communists want a spy academy.
But that is impossible. So they also have a backup request.
I guess we are taking a spy academy then. Yeah. Alright, but we're not going to build that straight away. That's loads of money. We have to restabilise the economy, which is not happening at the moment.
Sir, we are unable to move the giant stone heads without a large number of wooden rollers or a kind of...
Fuck's sake. Alright, we have to give them logs. Log, everyone needs a log. What's Dreadwolf saying? More cowbell. Oh, the log has something to tell you, yeah. Oh, that was a strange. Was that? Oh, that was the outlaw bard. Thank you, or your benefactor. Just the creepy music came under the Tropico there. It was quite. That spooked me. Yeah, the log. Yeah. Just at the mention of the log as well. Sorry, the eyes that you expression in my eyes you're seeing right now is I'm just looking at the sycamore trees and I'm hearing the sycamore trees song. I don't think I'm ever going to recover from Twin Peaks. I think that's one of those pieces of art that's just got you forever. Healthcare is actually slowly tipping up from the efforts of these guys, but it's not enough. We need another one. We need a wolf report on how... What's going? Sorry, I'm only getting half of this. How much? Oh, you're just asking how Kitten Beach is doing. Well, we're just getting through a financial crisis, let's say. We've fired up quite a lot of people. We've demolished a bank. We've increased the size of the labour force in the coal mines. Alright, that's good. Let's rehire these guys. That's built up. That's good. That's good. Thanks to Dreadwolf. You came in at the right time there. Are they overproducing electricity? Can we fire one of these guys? What about that? Improve that. Fracking. Do we want to frack in Terra Kitten's area? You want to frack? Can we have a vote on fracking? That will help the economy, not much else. Oh wait, okay, wait. We can do this. We can now move that. Let's do that. That's the right thing to do. Okay, because I was going to put the Yowie heads here. That's why we'll move this host beach all here. Okay, so once they are arriving, we can maybe reopen... Let's reopen the fun fair. And reopen the restaurant. Pound the ground. Wait, we doing it? Fracking. Did we vote for fracking? Okay. Oh, we have any money? Hang on. It's okay, it's stabilising. Everyone pitched in, helped out, and we only had to demolish one bank. I still have the same question about fracking though. But actually canning. Let's do more canning. Because we got those pineapples. Oh no, we need to export raw pineapples, don't we? Ah, that's a bit of a trick. No, we will have excess pineapples. Okay, alright. Okay, 7 people unemployed, vacant jobs 13.
I sometimes wonder
We're
about
good.
your final
Build a
confession,
cathedral,
President
yeah?
Day. I suspect that it could
We
take
can
a
take it, we're not
rather
going
long
to do it any
time
realistic
to
time, we
cover
can take
all
it.
your sins.
Contact. Comrade. Secure this communication.
No, we can't produce them. Oh, well, no, this is too long as well. And what's this guy want?
I came to see.
Export furniture. No, can't do that. All right, we still. Are we fracking? Are we fracking? Did we get an answer on fracking? Chat said no fracking. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I hate fracking. Sorry, just thought I'd ask, but no, it's an awful practice. Right, that's not needed. Or we move it onto Pleasure Island. I'm just looking at residential occupancy here, so it means that there's very few people living here because everyone's living on our bright new Panelac. And there's not really anybody living there either, so we can get rid of these buildings, I think, entirely. Because they'll just catch the bus over. Where's to get the other clinic? We've got 1,000 days. We can do this softly with another clinic. That might be better. By a bus stop. Just dig a little hole and stick it in. Or are you talking about to win? Yeah, good point. Yeah, okay, Valerie. Point well made. Alright, so the people are coming in here. So we want some beach. Isn't there a beach thing? Beach resort? I can't see it. Beach resort, only in modern times. Golf course. Gourmet restaurants, casinos. Right, I don't... These... We have to be a little bit careful here because we don't have that much money. This attracts well-off people who want to relax. So make the most out of that. We need entertainment that provides relaxation. But we're going to have to buy the parks for that. 4th dungeon entrance. Oh, there's KFC. You guys who want a KFC. And also the nightclubs. But this is thrill-seeking tourists. Cocktail bar? Right. There's your options. So tell me what you want on Pleasure Island. Yeah, what I'd like to do, alright, if you want to talk about to fit it better, I'd like to move this almost entirely, right? And maybe just have the road stop here and then just basically make this an island thing and have the people all live over here and just come over on the bus to work. And then we can make it quite pretty. KFC and cocktails. Yeah, alright. But then I'm going to request that we wait and get more money. And we can do another clinic though. This is a bit of a clinic district, but everybody should be able to get here on the bus. So I think that'll be alright. And then all the doctors can live in one area, right? All the doctors live in MCAT's world. Okay, there's some money flowing. Is anything building up? No. Okay. Alright, chat. 5 minutes on shrimp, etc. If they haven't said it already, I'm just going to take a very short break. I just returned to the chat and I saw my milkers are primed and ready. Alright, let's save the economy. We do actually have a kind of Bohemian state, if I remember rightly. We might want to change that.
Secure this
They want a
communication.
hospital. Yeah, we want a hospital too. So we can accept that. But these doctors are going to be costing a lot of cash. Saving the economy with those mechanical milkers. And this is all stacking up. 50. Oh, how about that? Maybe state approved, modern diagnostics, anaesthetization. 800 days left. If not, we're going to lose the will of the people, which is fair. All right, 21,000. All right. Now, if we just let that sit for a little while, English-speaking cat will help us again. Lol. He's trying his best. This is like a football report on the radio. Oh, the rebels have gone. The rebels have gone.
Sir, yes, sir. The operation is back on target.
Pro streamer. All right, we got the logs. We got the logs. The logs are in. The Yowie statues are on the way. So we don't need these logs anymore. Bye. Yeah, the pineapples are going. The pineapples are going. This is good. I have. I've only been streaming for 3 apples. Look, you've lost it. Things have improved significantly. Things have improved from the beginning since I am taking advice. You got all sorts of innovations. Communist sex toys? No, come on. Communal. Can we afford the pirate radio? Yes, but it shouldn't be our priority. We're nearly there. Got 400 days to do the healthcare. That's great. 58, 57, 58. God, we're cutting these to the bone. Oh, come on, doctors, work, heal. Yay! Fantastic. MCAT saved the day.
Plane touchdown at 1100 hours.
And we got the Yowie.
Incidentally, it's the number of blisters on poor Pinocchio's hands.
Happy, healthy people chilling on the beach, getting the sunshine, enjoying a pina colada. Just don't look over here. Just don't look over here. This is a bit disgraceful what we've done over here. Terra Kitten's made a big mess. Because obviously we have that other thing in the game now, which is... Can you see it here? Pollution. Terra Kitten's making a big mess. That tourism pollution here as well. I think there's a fire. Alright, Yowie heads. Okay, now I hear the request to make this pretty. We're gonna make this pretty in just a moment. Let's just get the money back. Do you want to get the bank back? The capitalists actually like us. Maybe they didn't like the bankers. It's 127 die-hard capitalists. That newspaper, that English-speaking cat newspaper has done a number on us. Oh man, the clandestine English-speaking cat player should be very happy now.
The palace warns that without a license to play,
We've somehow got an island that is, no wonder we got rebels, that's somehow allied with the Eastern Bloc that is a die-hard capitalist nation. I'm trying to think of something similar to that. Did that happen? Yeah, we're going to finish the realms and then we'll redistribute the cats, I think, because it's a bit of a mess at the moment, sorry. It was that economic crisis. The small island at the back. Why, do you want it? Actually, that is a good point. Because there is something else we need to complete this. We don't have so many people now. But we are going to need this. Uranium. Ooh. You can get it from here, right? Build a nuclear power plant here. And that's the industrialist faction. So Petrocat maybe makes a breakaway here. And we do him with uranium this time. A little bit of oil. Concentrate the plastics production up there. And the nuclear power plant. See you. Jadzia, are you going because I was saying it's okay to build a nuclear power plant? I don't know how the group is. It's a bit of a divisive question. It's an interesting one actually. And I know it's a bit complicated, but just to give me an impression, is chat pro or anti-nuclear? I know it's complicated. Give me your nuances in the chat, but I'm just interested how many of you just absolutely love nuclear power. I know it's a complicated question. It's an interesting one. You still hear interesting responses from people over that. The French have a giant nuclear-powered farm, and that's kind of a good energy policy, I think. Pro-nuclear. Yeah, let's do a formal poll on this if it isn't already happening. I am interested. I'm not necessarily pro-nuclear. My position is complicated because Fukushima was an absolute disaster, and that was some scary shit. And Chernobyl, of course, where we're heading. That HBO TV show really cuts that home as well. I'm feeling a little bit that this needs to go. I'm just going to get rid of these last bit of trees. I think this needs to be a bit more districty, and I've been holding off on that, so... Well, I did some forum theatre actually about Fukushima. We did because of the politics of it, we staged a kind of nuclear incident, and we kind of like put posters up saying there'd been an outbreak, like kind of like fake to BBC headline kind of thing, and had people in hazmat suits and somebody had been exposed and stuff. That's invisible theatre, when you kind of like stage a scene and invite the public to kind of interact a little bit with it. It's like forum theatre, but surprise forum theatre. Flash mobs kind of came from that, like that's where that flash mob idea came from. Amber Dove, welcome. I don't know if I'm familiar with your name, but hello. I did everything about everything. I did exhaust theatre, to be honest. I exhausted it. What didn't I do in theatre is probably a better question. 69% pro-nuclear. $69%. There's a lot of 69 going on. Alright. We're going to need one anyway, because you voted for the bomb. And that's how you get one.
President Day announces a new Snitch for Cash program. Report something suspicious today, and you could win fabulous cash prizes.
Yes. Okay. How about this? Let's move this here. This might affect pineapple. We might have to do something to tweak the pineapple production. Not quite sure how to set that, but we've got space now. And then we can put this. Maybe another clinic. Do you want to do even more healthcare? Or do you want to go into the hospital? Or maybe move the clinic over here. That's maybe better. Okay. That's better, Kitten, getting a bit of development. What might affect the pineapple production? If we put in another cannery, we're producing manufactured goods. We're canning the pineapples, but the Russians want the pineapples raw, and we've given them 7,000. So I think maybe leave the second cannery for a bit. Oh no, wait, no, we've given them 484 pineapples. This is it, because we're canning the pineapples. You see, we're not actually working towards that. I think what we need. This is it's a warehouse. And this, you don't need to man these things, but I think it's a way of controlling the system. So for instance, if we go pineapples, and then we want that to go straight to the dock, but no processing of pineapples. I think that might stop the pineapples going there, unless someone knows another way. They want them raw, they want it raw, they want it raw. They want to raw dog the pineapples. They like the skin. Can we please take care of Guerrilla Radio? It's long overdue. No, it's not long overdue. It's not. It's okay. It's 7 years. Maybe it is long overdue. Do you not want to do this first? Okay, alright. Communist radio. Like a secret radio back here. And then no, maybe another one here, but this is getting far away from services, that's my problem. These people are not going to be very efficient because they're eating pineapples, which is fine, but this is a bit of a mess. We have to sort it out. But there's your communist radio. Just remind me to set it to communism. This is the point of the Kitten Beach stream, is to get everybody thinking, but in a semi-positive and upbeat way. We can get the other bank back in. So do you want to reinstate the bankers? Do you want to bring the bank back? Well, I'm assuming it's a spoon that people are like interested in. You don't want to start the week with something really dark and tragic like Neutral Evil Hot Dog Henry, do you? Oh, I don't. Because there's a banking-shaped hole in English-speaking Cat's realm, and we've now got the money to make money from banking. Look, everything, all of our reforms, all of our shock doctrine actually worked. Look, we pulled it off. Still got 53% of people with us. Cheeky.
The citizens are demanding elections.
Ooh, okay. Alright, this should be fine. This should be fine. Do you want to do a speech? We do a speech, right? Where's the issue? Faith. You don't want to improve job quality. Liberty. We can maybe improve liberty with TV, like free TV. So there's not really an issue. I don't really want to acknowledge an issue, but we have to. This is not a problem. This is not too much of a problem. Just Eric will show up to the speech again, yeah. I love you, Presidente! Wait, is Win here? Did I miss something from Win? Did I miss a directive? Win's always been here. All right, let's move on. Look, I'm gonna. I have to lift the glasses to check chat. My eyes are really funny. Like some days I wake up and they're fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, okay, all right. Win's distracted everybody. So job happiness is the lowest. I can improve that, but it's going to involve paying people more. Whereas I think freedom is cheaper. So let's do liberty. Praise faction. Well, you've just built a communist thing, so I take it we're going in that direction. So we. Am I the English-speaking cat agent, sleeper agent here? Maybe I am. I don't think we've got much truck with the environmentalists at the moment because of Terra Kitten. I still praise Terra Kitten. I keep our eye on Terra Kitten. We're not going to blame anyone. Or do you want to blame America? Do you want to blame America or not? Blame Canada. Would you like to blame Canada? That I will do. We can probably shit talk the West a little bit at the moment. Blame Canada. You know the song? I think. Sorry, Rumi. What we did last time was you can improve building stuff. So you can improve. I didn't use this, but maintenance on the buildings. If you increase the maintenance, then the service quality gets better in the houses. So the housing goes up. That one, what we did is we paid the doctors more. We put anaesthetics and a clinic, and we have the buses running to that zone, so everybody could get there. That's why it ticked up quick. We just needed more capacity. We could have done it with the hospital. Blame Canada. Blame yourself. Yeah. Is that an Isfan line? It's in one of the dreams, isn't it? Blame Danzig. Okay, I think we're going to blame the West then. Hopefully this won't blow up in our face, but that will help. We're going to win it anyway, I think. Promise improvement. Liberty.
My friends, my people, welcome to a golden age of prosperity for
And if you're new to the Kitten Beach stream,
it was your
for the
that made it possible. Your trust
like this kind of Tothian type figure up here does these speeches because he lives a long way away from people. So when he was doing speeches before, no one came to listen except his guard, which we said was Eric. But here's someone coming to listen. Look, Valeria's coming to listen. Lol. Lol. The game burned.
Arrangements have been made a necessity by vague and unspecified threats.
Really?
Rest assured, nothing is more precious to me than
Anyone else coming? Is this?
liberty.
No, this is just a phone box.
Our efforts are protected by our brave Tropican army. Our fighting men and women give no cause.
Yeah, Valeria's the only one listening because everyone else is too busy fighting. Over here.
So-called Western
On the complete opposite end of the
They are
island.
paranoid fools who accuse others of spying. Their own spies shall retreat with rage.
Yes, Presidente!
I hear your concerns.
Oh, wait, just leave him before the speech is
And I
finished.
assure you, they will not.
Sorry, President, gotta go to work.
Promise you unimaginable freedom. You'll barely know what to do from one moment to the next. And neither will I. My promises are made humbly.
Yeah, not impressed, not
For
impressed.
I am
Moving on,
your
moving
God.
swiftly on.
Remember, a vote for
Just getting to see the llamas.
is a vote for me.
Alright, well, appreciate the effort. Who's this?
Please excuse me.
Ruben's like, sorry, I'm late for work, boss. Did I miss something? Cool llamas, though. Nice animal, llama. Or is that? No, yeah, swamp. Okay. Right, let's see if the pineapples are moving. We're still canning them. Right, did we change this to communism? No. Alright, so that's going to go to one for all. How's the communist doing? They're still with us, but there are nowhere. No, we lost some die-hard capitalists there. We lost some die-hard capitalists. Okay. I think everything's going right. We've got 83,000, so let's fix Pleasure Island now a little bit. Okay, we had to build that hotel, right? Because we needed to do it for the Russians. But that's fine. But now what kind of tourist kind of accommodation do you want? Because we can do cabins, which won't make so much money, but maybe a few cabins around here would be nice. Cabana Village is kind of like a Falearaki kind of like party kind of hotel. Motel, you know what that is. Beach Villa is a big one, and it only takes like very rich tourists, which we can switch to, that's fine. Or cabins. So I guess the choice is more between trash type tourism or high-end tourism. So vote for trash or posh. These guys can kind of be damned. And then let's move this. That's the newspaper, that's just the communist newspaper. I'm going to bring that back into Better Kittens territory. It doesn't have much effect. That's a bit inefficient, that building. We'll come back to it.
I'm
And
sure
then
the good citizens of Tropico
no,
intend to
people can
vote.
vote. It's fine. Okay, that's normally quite finicky, but that's okay. So we'll extend Better Kitten's realm to all of this, I guess. So Better Kitten now has all of that, and this, I guess, will be Bin Cat. Okay, we kind of restored the island. If you want, we could move Bonehenge. We could move Bonehenge over there as well. The people can get to see it with the buses. Oh wait, hang on, no, we just destroyed bus stops, didn't we? Wait. Yeah, that's got to go here. Okay, and then there's another one, isn't there? That one goes, that connects this to this. That connects this to that. This connects this to this. That's fine, right? And this connects that to that. That's okay. Okay, this is not very pretty. We need to move that. I really want people to get there by
That was
bus.
a
I don't
close
think
one,
there's any
President.
reason why.
Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
See if that
Presidente,
makes a
I know
difference.
you always keep your promises.
Okay, now we have to
but
do the
citizens
Liberty.
today can be very exacting about what counts
Sorry, I
as
turned
a
away for a
promise.
minute. So did we get to did we vote trash or did we vote trash? Yeah, trash places, or you want to go posh? So we're gonna fill this with like parties, strip clubs, this kind of thing, or do you want to do it with like beach villas and like spas? Oh, and do you want to move Bonehenge? Well, we get more money with less people from the rich. But the thing that the chat, I was kind of thought you wanted to make it a trash. Move Bonehenge to the Plash District and make a trash town. Yep, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to move the cabaret and we can probably put Bonehenge there. We'll sort that out in a minute. But let these people come back to work. Beast and Blood is not doing great though. That might need closing down. Well, no, we can fill it with trash tourists. No, that's great. That's great. It's gonna work. For some reason, these people are still living there. All right, Bonehenge. The thinking person's start to the week. Oh no, it can't. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. Well, maybe we move the circus and put Bonehenge here. Bonehenge. Okay, trash. Tourist to fill the circus, unless we destroy the circus altogether. It's not really doing very well. Do you wanna like hold on to the circus, or do you wanna like wipe it out and replace it with nightclubs and stuff? Sit up, gay. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Okay, what do you guys give thanks for? Paradazor. Clown Spa, replace it with nightclubs. Yeah, okay, let's trash it. Destroy. Bye-bye, Beast and Blood. Susan Rusibos. Welcome. Trash tourism. Would it fit there, do you think? That looks like it might be quite a good place to stay. I feel bad about trashing it, but like... Or there? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, well Bonehenge is going to restore some nice trees around here, but we can definitely get another hotel in here. One on the beach, maybe? Because the tourists can take these buses back into town as well. And then maybe a motel.
A listener wrote in asking, how do I know if my neighbor is a spy? The palace responds, take no chances. Spy on everyone.
I don't want to build a motel right next to Stonehenge though, that's a bit brutal. Maybe build a motel in other parts of town. And then you want a nightclub, right? It's the Bonehenge. That's what the nightclub is called, the Bonehenge. Alright, let's let that filter through. We've got 19 unemployed people. Everyone's working at the cabaret again. This is busy, that's okay. Let's see how these buses are doing though. These buses might be loaded. Boonhenge! Look at that, everyone's going to, there's busloads of people go to Boonhenge. I'm kind of worried that people are going to prefer Boonhenge to the nightclub. You know, but this is a nice place to take a tour. Let's set up a tour guide office. Wait, 25% approval. Hold up. Hold up. Right. Why is that? Right, people like us, so we shouldn't have such a low approval. So I feel like we have a political rival. $1969 is the next election. Oh, fucking, they're just moaning. They don't like that we fired the clowns. We killed all the clowns. Yeah, we're getting Bonehenge instead, look. Look at that. That is a busy bus. That's a sweaty bus, that one. Ooh. All these oil men. All these oil men coming to Pleasure Island. Right, okay, let's check the nightclubs working then. Let's not finish it.
The palace announces today a new tax scheme allowing citizens to pay extra for preferential treatment during routine search and seizure actions. Sign up today!
Right, let's upgrade the tourist dock. Since we're making money from that. Oh, banks. Alright, what have we got? That, and we're gonna get the... Right, let's go and suppress... I'd like to... I'm gonna do this. Intimidate the neighbours a little bit. Make everybody else a little bit uneasy around us. And then we'll get some people with the virus. Slicked and primed for action. For Mego, hello, welcome. Now you have cookies and existential dread. You turn the clowns into powder. Well, we can do this. As I said, we're doing experiments, so we'll see what works. But if you like this format, then yeah, we can do it. We can do it with guests, we can do it with Michael, it's fine. And we can also do it at a different time of the day as well. As I said, this is kind of a bit of a Middle European thing. Can we sell the clown powder? Mego just exploded. Alright. Yeah, people still dropping approval, but let's not worry about it too much. Is there something we were supposed to do? Let's satisfy
What
these
use is
requests.
power if you don't exercise it?
Issue the building permit. We did that. Didn't we? Oh, we haven't got the building permit. We need to talk about the building permit. I thought we'd done the building permit. The building permit basically means that constructions cost extra money, but we take a chunk of that into the Swiss bank account. So it's a good time to get that in early if you're going for that. Viral virus campaign. Every time a citizen influenced by propaganda, they're panicked. Oh, this is to do with the health extension. Social security. This is expensive stuff. But that's okay. Like, if we do get into tricky waters and we've got loads of money, then we can always bribe them with a tax cut. Okay, let's finish Pleasure Island a little bit. Let's finish it off. There's people using that, yeah. Yeah, it's full, it's busy. Yeah, busy. Busy, great. Nice, so we're gonna do like a... can I start putting money into the Swiss bank account? Is that okay? It's going to annoy the intellectual faction, but they're not here yet. That would actually be a pretty good test. I would like to watch politicians stream Tropico before they take office. That sounds like the right kind of digital democracy we need. What's the worst thing that can happen? There's casinos. Right, okay, what was I going to do? I'm going to set up a little tour office. There you go. This is going to give tours around Bonehenge and the Yowie Heads. And maybe a souvenir shop. So you can get your own Yowie Head. And maybe even another, I think maybe even another boat port on this. So they can just go straight to the hotel. Doing alright? People are a bit annoyed actually. You just left a bit, just ripped out the monument. Sorry. It's nice, he's created a nice little space though. That'd be a nice little area for another little town, no? Do you want to extend MCAT's like lush housing? We could build a little nice little lush housing around there. What do they want? We need TV. More entertainment. Yeah. Soak up that trash dollar. Alright, how about... Is this giving you PTSD a little bit now? Valerie? Yeah? Are we getting down to like Monte Carlo? Naples? Saint-Tropez? Costa del Sol? Okay, we can put a few more... Okay, so that's... Wait, we might want to get that nuclear power plant. No, let's finish this, let's finish it. There's no shacks. So it is working. The people over here are working there, and everything's running. Cocktail bar? Well, the Yowie Heads? These people. Hello. Nah, go to the... Did the mods have to intervene? What happened? What did I miss? All right, let's construct this then, and then we'll satisfy some requests. We've got 45 minutes. We're not going to finish the Cold War era today. We haven't even built a nuclear power plant yet, let alone the bomb. But hopefully this will make money. And I am going to have to make the case again for English-speaking cat having the bank back. Because this money could be going in the bank. Right, now this one, again, Rumi, I know you're playing. I don't know, people got banned. I know you're playing, but you can do this on the tourist office. So this gives general information. But you can also do a hiking trip. And then you set the tour destination. So they're gonna hike around the Bonehenge and the Yowie Heads. It's quite nice as well. And they actually meet at the tour guide spot, and then a little group of tourists will go around with them. So that's quite nice if you're getting into like the micro kind of view. There's the Yowie Heads. Who's this person? There we go. Why will Mother not provide a museum? Childhood museum? The mausoleum is expensive. No, I don't want to get into any of that yet. We got 1,000 days to deal with liberty because we've got a lot of people politicking. So we need to get some free media on. But I still want the banks back, but okay. So, the best place for the TV station is probably English-speaking cat or MCAT. So who do you want to have control of the TV station? English-speaking cat, the Yowie Museum. Okay, all right. If you're that insistent, then we can actually blow up the rest of the banks if you want. Let me do this as a compromise. Because it just looks a bit ugly there, sitting next to a ruined bank. English-speaking cat just does not want to let go of the dream. Surrounded by communists in the jungle with radios. A solitary bank remains. Terror Kitten's people eyeing English-speaking cat from their tenement. But we need TV. So how about this? Let's move the... We put it exactly between them. What is this one doing? That one's spreading religious propaganda. Yeah, no wonder people don't feel free. It's people screaming propaganda at them all the time. See, what they need is a TV channel that's just telling them to chill. Hey, chill. Media and education, TV. When will we get the clowns back? You want the clowns back? We can put them in the middle. We can put them in this. They'd go. The circus would go quite nicely there. Doesn't it get a bit much at times though? The Western powers supported our Caribbean neighbours. Hang on. Nah, their things are deteriorating. Look, we're quite rich. Let's praise them. Send a delegation.
Comrade, read these in.
Or, you know what would be nice there? We could build the cathedral. We could build a cathedral here. Because, just so you know, I don't think you remember our constitution, but our constitution is actually a theocracy with child labour. So basically, you created a Bohemian constitution. So it kind of makes sense to build a cathedral. You wanted more. You wanted the monks, right? Yeah. That looks good, no? And maybe let's extend MCAT's world a little bit. Oh, these are... Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Why do we do... Okay, there's some shacks now. Put the clowns next to the child museum. You can change the constitution. You can change the constitution, but you wanted that constitution. That's why we have it. Oh no, yeah, people needed those bunkhouses. Right, we'll sort this out in a minute, but I don't want shacks everywhere. Right, let's see if everybody's living... Yeah, this is busy. But we need that building permit. I need corruption. I need some corruption. Alright, we get the builders back. 20 people unemployed. More entertainment, more hotels. The casino's coming. Nuclear power. Uranium. It's here, right? Okay, it's just a shady... There's a shady uranium plant at the back of... the Pirate Radio. This needs to be better. This really needs its own kind of centre. This district. Really. That's going to take some reorganising. We've got money. Let's just wait for it to stack up again. It's coming in 8,000. That's good. That's going. This is going. I don't think we solved the pineapple problem though, did we? Oh no, we did. We are shipping pineapples. Pathologic is definitely happening, and probably in my next. I don't know if it constitutes a horror game, but I do have a horror slot coming up next week on Monday night. We're going to be doing horror. Something. And I've listened to what people are saying. Just let me check the speed on this. So we're doing some horror. Monday night. Late night stream. Maybe a double feature, since there's a lot of Rocky Horror fans there. Maybe we'll do a double feature at the late night. No, don't see it. Don't watch everything. Come to the things that you want to watch. Like, shop around. It's a salad bar. You don't not have to attend everything. This is some free time I have in the mornings, and people were asking for different times because people are in different zones and people have different work schedules. So I'm just providing a menu, right? So don't feel you have to eat everything. And Stalker 2 is pretty horror anyway, so there's going to be quite a lot. But it's action horror. But you can catch up later then, can't you, if you want? You know, it's not like... I can do surprise streams, so I was wondering whether people... Oh, actually, I need to put the schedule. The schedule will go on Twitch this week. That's another thing I hope to improve. I'll do that after this. Yeah, I do. It's important to what is fun to watch as well as what's fun to discuss. Yeah, it's like a tapas thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, I know. People will have enjoyed RimWorld. I think RimWorld... Just because it does get, like, because it's firing stuff at you randomly and it's not got a lot of the restrictions that some people's sensibilities require. It's maybe a little bit... awkward stuff's going to come up if we play RimWorld. Especially people will know that if they played RimWorld. But I did enjoy it. But I don't know if it's suitable. Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. The schedule will be on the Twitch after this for this week, and we'll get the schedule in for next week earlier. We'll be doing Stalker 2 regularly now. We'll be doing Fallout New Vegas until we finished it, as well as Kingdom Come 1 will continue until we finished it. We are doing Teresa this week, right? On Thursday is what people wanted, so we're doing the Teresa DLC. I thought RimWorld was hilarious, especially the bit at the end where Ishvan was smoking the joint while watching Fritz dig a grave in the cold soil. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, we're doing Woman's Lot on Thursday.
Understand what makes people think they can produce better goods than us.
I'm experimenting with different things, and then something will settle when I've completed the experiments. But it's about what works. It's about what works for the audience. It's about... It's the same kind of questions I would... the divine nettle. The devil's nettle. Look at this erection. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's hilarious, but also horrific in turns. I mean... So I don't know. We'll do some late night surprise RimWorld streams maybe. If I get an extra spare bit of time for a secret stream, I'll do RimWorld. How about that? I'll do Fritz World. Don't tell anyone. There you go. Look at that mighty tower. MCAT's getting rich off that church money. People are paying for church, remember? We force people to go to church and we force people to pay to go to church. Maybe MCAT's onto something. Got the milking thing going on, a lot of money. What part of the economy does MCAT control? Rum? No. Milk, really, isn't it? Cheese. And rum. He produces the raw materials, but then they process it. I was going to say that's about this period in history as well, about manufactured goods. Quite often Europe has these strategies, and I think Italy is especially guilty of this, I'm quite sure. But of like, you basically you keep nation states in Africa in this cash crop economy by basically putting trade barriers to them producing manufactured goods on their own. So places will say, okay, we're not going to import canned tomatoes from you, but we'll import your tomatoes. And that kept a lot of these kind of developing nations in penury during this period. And I imagine, I don't really know.
Count on you to do the right thing.
Religious standing, right? We've got loads of money. Right, we did the right thing. That's what it said. We did the right thing. How's that nuclear uranium one going? Yeah. I mean yeah. No. Okay. I hear you, Nokia. I hear you. There's a part of me in each house. The glasses are working overtime. I don't know what I'm doing with the glasses. I don't know if they help or not. The new houses, I don't know. I can't speak to the new houses because it hasn't been included in the test yet. Although I'm going to do the test next time. Alright. Well, I mean, things developed, things improved. That's actually probably making a lot of money. How do we see that? Tourist services, 12,000. Yeah. Alright, so we have to formally incorporate these realms then. And I guess since you voted for trash tourism, then this is Bin Cat, because it is Trash Cat. So this is Bin Cat's realm. Okay. This is Better Kitten's Communist Paradise. We've still got all of that to develop, and Better Kitten has gold, which we can turn into jewels, which we should think about doing. All the fish, let's just check the fish supply. Yeah, the fish are still there, and there's even more fish there, so we're fine. We can actually catch more fish with drift netting. Ooh, that might be interesting. Some gourmet restaurants. Okay, come back to that. Cathedral, rock solid faith, upgrade, done in confessional. This means it starts emitting crime safety. That's a good idea. So this is Better Kitten's realm, and it ends really at this. That's the border, but they've got that. And then MCAT's got this very nice, like, picturesque neighborhood overlooking the sugar plantations and the milk farms. Maybe we could lose this church. People have to walk further to get to Cathedral. Might need another bus, but we could possibly lose that church. I don't know if we need it now. Bit excessive. We could fire a nun. Yeah, let's fire a monk. We might have priest overkill. The TV. We want that pushing freedom. So, for now, we can change that later, but let's push freedom there. We maybe want more freedom stuff. I'd kind of like a Radio Free Tropico as well, really. Multi-class to take down the Mumplex. Right, yeah, so that's the end of, that would say that's the end of MCAT's territory, and they control this bus. Is anyone going to that theatre? That theatre's alright, actually. Fire one actor. You. Just your character's cut. And then that's fine. How are the doctors doing? Doctors are alright. Yeah, they've got people. So English-speaking Cat's realm is here. He can still controls this newspaper, like the Financial Times, doing a lot of. They can go. They can maybe come back. These are bureaucrats that. It's exactly what they do. They think they just increase the price of your exports. That's super fine. That's fine. They're fine, no fracking. So that is Terrakit's realm, basically on the other side of this bank by the police station, over there. And then this is going to have to be Petrocat's for the end of today. So Petrocat's going to control the uranium. Let's see if there's any offshore oil. No, but we can put plastic plant up here now and a nuclear power plant. So let's try and get to the nuclear power plant by the end and maybe do a bit of a redesign on Petrocats there. See you. Bye bye. Bye, Deadbeat. Cheers. You made me up. You made me absolutely piss myself today. What? To my glasses? Right, they're still intimidating our neighbours. That's good. You see the support's coming up. Hospital near the embassy. Let's complete that then. Ooh, foreign forces. Fuck. Okay. This is a problem. Fucking Marines are coming. It's because we fired those guards, isn't it? Right, this might get scary. Whoa. Okay, how many people? 2 Marines. I think we can do them. It's the Canadians. This is... Oh man, there we go. Mobbing in. Not today, Canada, not today. I'm gonna rescue some people. And Canada was blamed. We paid the price. Canada sent 8 guys at us. 8 guys. Yeah, look, Paradise Island's looking pretty good. Oh, that's unsightly. Hang on. No, there's tracks cropping up. Hang on. We'll have to have a bunkhouse somewhere. That's not cool. It's gonna have to be behind the trash place. Yeah, sorry. Okay, that should destroy these shacks. 8 guys, yeah, the Canadians just arrived, the soldiers, and they just disappear into Trash Island. It's a mess. Goddamn mess it is what it is. Oh, how about this? This is maybe a different tack. Are there coconuts over here? Oh no, just maybe do it this way. Let's just see if this works. This is like we build a landing here, and then we'll build a conventillo. Not conventillo. Here, pop it by that and see if they can just get to work that way. It's not really solving it, is it? All these single guys as well. Look, it's all full of single guys. No, that's not the way. Alright, I don't know if I can fix this right now because of the time we have. Yeah, I need to focus on Petrocat. Come back to that. Hopefully that problem won't get any worse. I think I can just ban shacks, but I always feel bad about doing that. Alright, so we're going to fix this up now. Sorry, I just have to lock in.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente.
Okay, this is fine. Do you want me to do another speech and make another outrageous promise? I guess so. Alright. Job happiness is the pressing issue. Still kind of want to praise Terror Kitten because we do not want to lose those guys. I don't think we should blame the Canadians again. You want to blame Canada again? Do you want to blame Canada? We can just have an ally. We can just ally with the USSR if you want, and then Canada won't invade. Yeah, this is basically a cheat sheet. Just fill in the blanks. Alright, do we blame Canada though? That's the only thing I want to know. Do we blame Canada? Blame Canada. Poking the dragon here. You can't make a promise since the people still remember that you broke the last one. Oh, that's why approval drop. I thought we passed it. No, it must have just failed then. 58 out of 59. Oh, that sucks.
My Tropicans, my people, my children. Your prosperity is my honor. Your solidarity is my faith. And I gracefully accept your love. You are my Tropico.
Don't want to piss Canada off too much.
Life is tough for those without jobs. I understand. My job is everything.
It's time they're going to send like 10 guys, yeah.
Soon, my people, everyone will have tolerable pay.
That's 10 pina coladas we're going to make. Yeah, nobody's watching, just the llamas.
Are protected by our brave Tropican army. Our fighting men and women.
It's getting worse every time. Why do you keep making me do these speeches? Alright, I'm gonna build a little community up here just to listen to these speeches. They're gonna have their own bus and everything.
Who accuse others of spying. Their own spies shall retreat with red faces. My promises are made humbly, for I am Tropico. Remember, a vote for El Presidente is a vote for me.
Great!
Tropico has ceased trading with a certain major superpower.
Alright, okay, let's finish.
They don't trade fair, so neither will we.
This is expensive. Maybe this is where we need this concertina. Right, I'm just going to do a few like kind of important safety things. Basically, you want. Oh wait, no, don't get the size wrong. No, that's right. Just because of the, it's a nuclear power plant, right? So we don't want to. People need that. Is that still working? No, that's depleted soil, isn't it? Okay, let's put that up there. We want a fire station by the nuclear power plant. Alright. Sorry, I just had to look in there, but that's kind of Petrocat's realms. It's got a little bit of centre, there's a church. We could maybe get a let's get a grocer in there, back in. KFC you wanted, right? Let's do KFC. Alright, Petrocat's realm, bit primitive. There's a bit of a pirate radio going to turn all of his people into communists. And he's an industrialist, so that might not be popular. That confetti is, so let's go back over here.
Flying cars have arrived in Tropico.
Well, there are people living in it. I think we can make that better.
Our scientists are working hard on improving that.
How do we go to make that better?
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you, Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you.
It's fine. I think they need food. That's the main issue, so... This might make it better, but then we need a team support. Or we link the road back up that way. This road's a bit crazy. There's 38 unemployed people, that's basically our problem. Alright, so I think we'll let that build through and then we're gonna finish here today with the nuclear power plant. I've spent all the money again.
The The election is a landslide, Presidente.
Hang on.
Metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
That's fine. Take those guys. Just slaughtering these Canadians now, it doesn't really matter. They're fine.
Time now for the Canal Uno business news. 3 places across the board normalized today after many countries discovered
Talking about
that
Melakar?
goods themselves require them to pay workers a fair wage. An insane policy which thankfully does not apply to Tropico.
See you, Bublina. Bye-bye. Right, we defeated them. Economy's kind of chonking though. Yeah. We gotta let all that filter through. I mean, it's closed down the nuclear power plant as well, so that's gonna need a... "26% unemployed." Here we're going with just straight up students. Yeah, well, they're not even getting up yet, are they? The economy looks like it's tanking. What? Where have we sploshed money? Okay, we need to leave that for a bit. We spent way too much money. The Simpsons.
I just came this close to pushing the button on you, Presidente. But a world-destroying nuclear conflagration is too good for you. So enjoy your replacement punishment.
What, we're getting attacked again? Guy, we need to sort this problem out. I think the Americans might end us. We're fighting a lot. Right, that can go.
There, it is complete.
Right, the Americans are trying to do our nuclear power plant. We need that economy to come back, and then we're going to sort them out, because otherwise they're going to cause too many problems. We've got a lot of soldiers now, though. We've got 6 guys. No, we've got 24 guys. Yeah, Rumi's playing. How's your game going, Rumi? There we go. It's over. Chill is restored. Minus 12,000. Alright, we can probably come out of that, but we will leave that for next week, I think, and we'll leave it there for today. There are problems in our society. I think they can be solved. That's just the expenditure of the nuclear power plant. But I think we do need to consider making money with the media, because we've got a very expensive media, which is basically propagandizing at the moment, but not actually making much money. And they're all kind of propagandizing against each other. So I think there needs to be a council of kittens and some kind of agreement for the next game. But it's looking good. It's looking good. We're still there. I'm worried we're going to tank immediately in the next game like we did this time, but hopefully we'll pull it off. Alright, so just checking the chat. Oh, there's a Melakar cult developing. Yeah, maybe we should drop Melakar onto Rimworld as well with Fritz. Okay, all right. I guess chat's getting too loose, so I'm going to leave it here today. I will see you tomorrow for Fallout New Vegas. If you're interested, again, don't feel forced to come to everything. Just take what you like. It's a salad bar. Sometimes it's a brunch joint. Sometimes it's a nightclub. Just take what you like. All right. Thank you very much for your support. It's much appreciated. Michael wants to thank you as well. So, and he will be back. Ziggler will be back next week for sure. Maybe with a later night stream, possibly, but we can guarantee you the Thursday, I think. Well, trust. And yeah, Teresa is the download for this week for the DLC for Hot Dog Henry. So if you're interested in that, and then Kitten Beach will be back Friday morning, just to round off the week in a light comedy way. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.